beautiful stars tonight.
What it do, what it is, my name is Triple D, aka Datin. I represent God Over Money. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. I currently reside in Orlando, Florida. I'm the newest artist signed to God Over Money Records. It's probably been about 6-7 months. And already within this short little amount of time, things have really taken off. Been blessed, been able to tour different parts of the country, just to be able to preach Jesus to those who need the message. It's just been a blessing.
And I want to show you how you all look like beautiful stars tonight.
Oh man, it's been a great privilege. It's been a great privilege. I was able to sow into the ministry that God Over Money has been entrusted with through the A&R and helping Biz out with his project and Bumps and Say Loud, whoever needed the help. And then to be able now to sow into the ministry using my music gift, it's been incredible. It's been incredible. I'm starting to see God use it in ways where I couldn't even imagine. It's been nuts to get signed and go on tour right away, to see people familiar with your music. This is what I've been working for. Not so much, the exposure. But I work for the exposure, but with one motive, and the motive being, that the message be spread. I'm just preaching the good news, just trying to do what my Lord and Savior has prompted me to do.
And I want to show you how you all look like beautiful stars tonight.
People got the story a little confused. They think that, the Shady offered a deal and I turned it down for God Over Money. But that wasn't the case at all. When I was, before coming to Christ, I was heavily involved in the music industry, and I was sought after by Columbia Records. Def Jam was a little interested, Shady Records was interested, and of course I was really trying to gun for the Shady Records deal. I used the other two labels just to kind of make Shady Records jealous, so to speak. You know what I mean? So they would up the amount and the advance and all that. But the Lord started to tug at my heart, and it was a wrestle for years with just God relentlessly pursuing me. And I guess when Proof passed away and was murdered, things slowed down at the label. The last thing that was on Eminem's mind was picking up artists. So I wasn't getting call backs and just everything. It just wasn't me, but no one was. I got two other boys that they were interested in, actually one other, and they kind of wanted to group us up too. So during that time, that's when God just used it to really, really, really break me down. Something that I wanted so bad, and that didn't work out. This didn't work out. He was shutting down every door until I was left, with my back up against the wall and the Lord before me, and I submitted my life.
And I want to show you how you all look like beautiful stars tonight.
People have those 0 to 60 moments. I didn't, man. It's just my testimony would take too much. I was so stubborn that he reached me through many different ways, through relationships, through my music, through disappointment in this relationship not working, through this amount of money not coming, through somebody witnessing to me here, a woman I'm pursuing who was engaged at the time in a backslidden state. I shared with her like, yo, man, I feel like God is calling me, and then she like, yo, me too, and then the Lord used that convo to get her back to the Lord. Like now, I think she's serving the Lord, and even he used that because now I'm like, all right, I want to impress her and get her away from this dude. So let me go to church, and that was probably the first time I decided to go to church because my man who was witnessing to me for years, I kept turning him down. Even though on my own separate time, I'm wrestling with God. I remember getting on my knees, crying, telling God to leave me alone because I just wanted to do me. And I think that one time I even made promises with God and was like, yo, if this and this and this happens, I promise I'll give my life to you. And then this and this and this happened, and I still wouldn't submit. So he used that little relationship, what was sinful and was meant for our destruction. I was just like, yo, let me go to church just to impress her so I could bag her from her dude. And I have another one up on him. And I went, and the Lord used it to plant them seeds and to really snatch me up. And I kept going because now it wasn't about impressing her. It was about, man, everything in me didn't want this, but he kept drawing me and drawing me and drawing me. And then, you know, I can't, people remember the day they got saved. I don't remember. I just remember slowly just
the transition.
Yeah, and until finally I found myself like, whoa, I'm where my man who was witnessing to me is at. I never thought I'd be a Christian, doing Christian rap, doing this, living for his glory.
And I want to show you how you all look like beautiful stars tonight.
All I need is some halls, honey lemon. I got vocal cord damage and some tea. But really,
is that why you sound like the uniqueness of your voice?
Unfortunately, people think it sounds cool, but it's vocal cord damage that, you know, pray for my healing because my voice probably has an expiration date on it. And that comes from, you know, doing a secular rap, studio, ciphers, battles, this, that. And I remember one day just rapping. And I would purposely, my voice isn't too, I don't have this rugged voice, so I used to strain it to make it sound like that. And then one day, I remember just going, coughing and seeing a little blood and lost my voice. And that was probably 2001. It's never been the same since.
And I want to show you how you all look like beautiful stars tonight.
It hasn't got to the point yet, you know, thus far where it's been an issue. I think every time I get called out to go, it's in a good season where my wife and I are good and everything. I don't know, it hasn't been a problem yet. My wife is super cool, super supportive.
Amen.
And it sucks for me because she doesn't fly.
Scared to fly?
She's scared to fly. I just blew her spot.
Oh, you blew her up right there.
I blew her up. She's gonna be mad. Anyways, she's scared to fly, so I can't take. Traveling is my favorite thing to do, and I can't do it with my most favorite person.
Right.
But you know, the thing that sucks for me is missing her when I'm gone. But you know, I haven't been gone more than 5 days, so it's when we start touring and it may be months, then I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. Me.
And I want to show you how you all look like beautiful stars tonight.
I'm open to, see, people tend to take their own convictions and place them on everyone else. So just because you feel called to be a Christian rapper doesn't mean that I'm open to God placing a Christian into that arena, and you know, he don't have to be a Christian rapper. He can, as long as he doesn't contradict the scriptures. I don't know. I don't see an issue with it. Me personally, there's a lot of guys fighting to get into that arena. I came from that arena. You couldn't pay me to go back. There's craziness going on, and I feel like God, in His ability, can take us from this side and use us to effectively impact that side without having to conform. I'm not saying, you know, the certain guys that come to your mind are conforming at all. I'm not insinuating, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that
you don't have
I feel like I'll have influence in the same places because not by my own strength and ability, but by the Lord's. As long as I'm faithful to what He's entrusted me with.
And I want to show you how you all look like beautiful stars tonight.